See, next, what we have, yeah, this is called as info type. Fine. See, info type basically, if you remember, I have explained that for functional consultant, we have two types of, sorry, for functional module, we have two types of role, like you have the end user and the other one is the functional consultant. Fine.
Yes.
So these info types specifically, these numbers, what you can see, this will be used by the end user teams. Fine. Now these, what are these numbers? So info types, basically the full form is information types. Fine. Information types in the sense, suppose uh, when this employee, if you consider any employee, when that employee will join in one particular organization, so different types of information will be maintained regarding the employee. Fine. Suppose, and that information also end user team will be receiving from the document, whatever this employee will submit during the joining. Fine. So suppose it can include the employee's education background, previous employment, family details, address part, communication part, fine, personal details, fine. So these various types of info types, various types of information which this employee is submitting to the company when that employee is joining. So the same way it will be maintained by the end user team. Like in SAP, when this end user team will try to maintain these employee records. So for each specific information, we have some standard number, 4-digit numbers, which is SAP standard. Fine. So the end user team will use that respectively and they will create the record. Fine. So this is the standard numbers we have, like what you can see here. We have, like, if you consider SAP for all modules, entirely SAP, not only the HCM, we have total 8,999 number of info types available, right? Which is starting from 0000, right? Now, within that, if you consider the some modules, right? Like suppose we have personal administration, organization management, time management, payroll. So the range is divided, right? So whatever record the end user team will be maintaining for personal administration modules, that info type will fall between this range 0000 to 0999. Fine. Again, payroll also the range is same. For organization management, info type will be having within this 1000 to 1999, and for time 2000 to 2999. Still see the entire 2999 info type is for time management. No. Within that we have records for different module as well. Time management, whatever the info types will be maintained, that those numbers will fall between this range. So hardly we have 5 or 6 within this, fine, but the range will be this one.
Okay.
Fine.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
this is the standard info type. If you consider, we have is it this these info types are standard in the sense globally standard, fine. So suppose for personal details, for employees personal details, we have specific info type, that is 0002. 0002 is the info type for maintaining employees personal details. So this is not only for India, this is for the global, fine. Globally, wherever you go, whatever the country you visit, for every company, every country, this is same info type 2 is for the employee's personal details. Fine. So these are SAP standard. Now you can consider this one, customer specific. So customer specific, this 9000 to 9999 range is introduced by SAP for customer specific info types. Okay. So these are not SAP standard. Suppose from this 0000 to 8999, whatever records can be maintained for the employees. Apart from that, uh, any company for their own use, they want to introduce one type of record. Fine. So that they can introduce between this range 9000 to 9999. So that will be the company specific only for that company. Suppose the company is using 9001 to maintain some details. Fine. So it will be only for that particular company.
Okay, ma'am,
Suppose,
it's like a customization according to the
yeah,
company.
exactly.
Okay.
Fine. Suppose if you consider the other company, so they are not aware that the other company is using 9001 because that is within the company. So they
Okay.
can also use the same for their purpose for different type of information. Fine.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
9000 to 9999, this range is given for introducing any company specific info type if they have to maintain something else apart from the standard. Fine.
Ma'am, there
Yes.
is some interval are also missing, ma'am. Like
That is,
4,000
yeah,
to yeah,
right.
3,000 to 4 like 8,900.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
yes. That is not regarding to the HCM. As I said, these are the total info type we have for all the modules. Like
Okay.
whatever the modules we have in SAP, you can consider all the modules. Suppose SAP ABAP, Basic, Xi, whatever we have, FICO, SD, fine. So
Okay, okay, okay.
for all we have this, fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Within that, as these modules are for HCM, so again, suppose if you consider 0000 to 0999, within this range, hardly we have 20 info types for HCM. Others, few we have for SD, few we have for few we have for TM. Fine. So
Okay.
the
Yes, ma'am.
number will fall between this range, whatever regarding to the HCM. Fine.
Ma'am, these numbers are for integration or other things?
For
Those number
employee
are,
records, to maintain the employee record. Suppose I will show you. Suppose if you consider personal administration module and payroll, the
yes, ma'am.
range 0000 to 0999. Fine. See, these are
Yes, ma'am.
the info types we have within that for maintaining the employee record. You can see, suppose info type 2 is for personal details, 6 is for address. Fine. So suppose if any employees details this end user name will be maintaining, so respective number they have to use. Suppose they want to maintain the one particular employee's address, so they will type that employee ID, press enter, then they will take this info type 6 and press enter, address window will open. They will
Okay.
maintain that employee's address details and save. Fine. Again,
Ma'am,
suppose for the different employee they want to maintain the address details, so they will type that particular employee's number, press enter, then again they will use info type 6, press enter, the
yes, ma'am.
window will open, they will create the other employee's address details, save. This is how they maintain. Fine.
Yes, ma'am. I asked that those info types which are not related to that range, ma'am. You told me that 6, 7, or 8 are only related to that. Then other info types, those are why, ma'am, in this range.
No, see, these info types are given for all the modules, whatever we have.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. In this, if you consider HCM module, we have these are the sub modules, right? Personal
Yes, ma'am.
administration, payroll, OM, and time.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
in this sub module, regarding this sub module, if any employee information should be maintained by the end user team, then
Yeah.
whatever the numbers they will be using, whatever the info type they will be using to maintain the employee record, that will fall between this range. Fine. So
Yes.
within this, suppose 0000 to 0999, we
Yes.
have only this for HCM. You can see here, suppose we have info type 4, info
Hmm.
type 5. These are not regarding to HCM. Fine.
Okay.
Again, we have info type 11, 12, 13. Those are not related to HCM. Fine.
These are
So
related to other modules info
other
type.
modules. Yes,
Okay, ma'am.
other modules in the sense like it can be sales, it can be finance, it can be MM. Other
Okay,
modules
ma'am.
are also there, right? So the
Yes, ma'am.
info types are standard for all the modules. In that, you have to by heart whatever the info type we have for specifically your module.
Okay, ma'am.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now see, these info types we are not going to use because end user team will be having the documents and they will be maintaining the records for the employees. Right? For us, as in functional consultant, theoretically it is important for the interview. Fine.
Yes.
So each module we have certain info type list which you have to by heart because info types are the most important and common question we have for the interview. Fine, as your interview will be completely theoretical. So these numbers you will be getting. Direct question, suppose what is info type 2, what is info type 9, what is info type 21, or suppose what info type we can use for maintaining additional payment. Fine, so these numbers you have to by heart. Okay, this list is only for your personal administration module, personal administration or personal management and payroll. Fine.
Yes.
Payroll few more we have that I'll be sharing during the payroll. As of now, you can consider this for your personal administration. Fine. I'll just brief once. Suppose if you consider info type 0, info type 0 means the actions. Actions means suppose one employee has joined in the organization. So their record will be created in SAP. Fine. So for the first time. So when for the first time one employee's record will be created in SAP, this process is called as hiring. Right? This process is called as hiring of the
Hiring.
employee in SAP. Yeah. Fine. Hiring of the employee in SAP. Fine.
Okay, ma'am.
So in this action, this details will be maintained by the end user that the action type is hiring because for the first time the employee's record will be created. Then few details they will be maintaining. Suppose in which company this employee is joining, in which location and in which designation. Fine. This is
Yes,
info
ma'am.
type 0. Again, next, if you consider info type 1, this is organizational assignment. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
So organizational assignment means so suppose the end user team already selected the location where this employee is joining. In the info type 1, they have to select the department as well, in which department this employee is joining, and also the payroll area. Like suppose every company will have some payroll area, which using which company can decide how the payroll will be processed, monthly, weekly, how it is. Fine. So that they have to mention, right? That is the organizational assignment. Apart from that, whatever details is maintained in info type 0, that will be also reflecting in the organizational assignment. Suppose in which company the employee has joined, in which location and in which designation. That also it will be reflecting. Fine. Info type 2, this is for employees' personal details. Personal in the sense only employees' first name, last name, date of birth, date and country of birth will be reflected. Fine. Only that details can be maintained in info type 2. Fine. Info type 3, which you can see here the payroll status. This is not maintained by the end user team. This is auto maintained by SAP itself. Fine. This is regarding the payroll process. Suppose when the company every month the payroll will be processed, so employees will receive the salary, so that time SAP will make the payroll as active, and once the payroll process will be done, it will make the payroll process as inactive. So that SAP take care by itself in info type 3. We can view the status whether it is active or inactive. Fine. Next, you will have the info type. This is info type 6. So 6 is regarding the employee's address. Here, a lot of the types of address can be maintained. Suppose the permanent address, then the temporary address, vacation address, emergency address, fine, and seasonal address, fine. This
Yes,
type of address can be maintained. Yes, definitely. Whatever the employee will share, only that can be maintained. But these are the options are available. Fine.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. 7, what you can see, planned working time. So here, uh, how many hours the employee is spending in the organization, that can be maintained. Definitely the company standard working hours. Fine. That will be the working time for the employee also. So that can be maintained here. Fine. That is info type 7, 8, 14, and 15 regarding the payroll. Fine. 8 is for basic pay. So not only the basic pay. Suppose uh, if you see the pay slip, we have different type of components, salary components. So info type 8, basically the allowances component, whatever the employee will receive, that can be maintained. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So allowances component name along with the amount, fine, that can be maintained. But the name is basic pay. Now, suppose not only the basic pay, suppose the employee is getting basic pay, medical allowances, conveyance allowances, fine. So these things can be maintained along with the amount. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, info type 9, if you consider, this is also regarding the payroll, bank details. Fine. The info type name is bank details, but not only the bank account details can be maintained here. Suppose here all the options are given. Suppose the cash, check, UPI option, fine. So basically this info type is about how the employee is receiving the payment, fine. So
Yes,
either so whatever it is, whatever they will be providing, that details can be added. But the name is bank details, fine. After 9, we have 14. So 14 is recurring payments and deduction. Recurring payments means the reimbursement components, and deduction you know. So whatever the components employee will receive regarding the reimbursement and deduction, along with the amount can be maintained here. That is
yes, ma'am.
info type 14. 15 is for additional payment. Additional payment means suppose employee is receiving any bonus component or any one-time payment, suppose gratuity, leave encashment. So these components along with the amount can be maintained. Right?
Yes.
50. Next, 21, this is for family details. So regarding this family details, here also we have different types. Suppose mother details, right? In divorce, spouse details, maybe
Ma'am,
like
your voice is not coming, ma'am.
now is it fine?
Yeah, yes, ma'am, now fine.
Okay, fine. So for 21, we have lot of subtypes. Fine, subtype in the sense, as in family, lot of the options are available. Suppose the father details, mother, spouse, child, fine. Then
Yes,
divorce spouse, stepchild, all the options are available. Whatever the details employee will be sharing, that can be maintained. Fine. For info type 21. Same way, 22 also, we have different subtypes. So, employees, whatever the educational degree that employee is having. So, it can be from the schooling, then the graduation, post-graduation, PhD, any other vocational trainings, everything, any certifications can be included in this info type 22. Right? This is regarding the education. 23 also we have this one. This is for the previous employment. Fine. So previously, whatever the employees designation company and in that company the duration was, that can be maintained. Fine.
yes, ma'am. Experiences.
Yes. Fine. Previously, for previous employment, SAP does not provide, SAP was not providing the option for company, like previous company cannot be maintained. Now this is newly added. Fine, the previous employment name can be maintained as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. After this, we don't have any info types. Directly, we have 0105. Fine. So 0105, this is for the communication. Communication means how to communicate this particular employee. So the employee's contact details, mail ID, newly added features we have, that is the social networking. Like previously only LinkedIn can be maintained. Now that Twitter, pager, fine pager, Instagram, Facebook, all these options are added. So whatever ID will be provided by the employee, that can be added apart from the mail IDs and contact number. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
That is communication. And this 0185 is given for the person's ID. ID in the sense the identification proof. So PAN card option we have, Aadhaar option, passport and driving license. Fine. So whatever this employee will share, that details can be maintained. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
So these are the info types we have for your personal administration. Apart from, you can consider 8, 14, 8, 9, 14, and 15. Fine. 8, 9, 14, and 15 will go to the payroll. Fine. So these record will be maintained practically by the end user team as they are directly involved with the documents. For us, this is important for the interview. Every module, like we have certain info types, payroll also, time also, organization management also. Only PD we don't have any info type. Other than PD, we have in all the modules. Fine. So that is very important interview question. Like if you consider your interview, 10% question will be from the info types.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Okay. Now, apart from this, regarding the configuration. whatever we are going to process as in functional. So this type of validity you will be getting, like when you will try to maintain some data, SAP will ask you about the start date and end date. Fine.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
these start date and end date, this is not regarding to any company start date, end date, or employees joining date or exit date, nothing. Fine. This is regarding to your data, how long it will be available in SAP. Fine. So this is regarding the data availability in SAP. Fine. So
Yes.
we have these two standard date. Fine. So 1900 is taken. Why? Because SAP is launched in the year of 1973. Fine. So considering that, the start date is taken as 01011900. And how long it will be valid? That considering that n times, like the infinity times it will be available. So this kind of validity is given. This is standard SAP standard validity, okay, for the data. 31st
Okay,
12
ma'am.
49. Personal administration module, you will not receive this validity to maintain, but from OM we have to maintain for everywhere. Fine, OM, time, payroll, PD, wherever you go, this validity is needed.
Yes,
Fine.
ma'am.
Okay. Next will be your transaction code. Fine. See, transaction codes are nothing but the comments. Comments in the sense, whatever the application we are going to use. So comment in the sense, not these are not the technical comments. Fine. These are the SAP standard comments. Fine. SAP standard transaction code. Some list we have. For HCM, we don't have much, hardly 10 or 11 we have. So while we are using these comments, it will take you to the respective window where you have to process the data. Fine. So if you consider your process here, suppose whatever activity you will perform in SAP. Fine. Activity in the sense whatever you will be doing in SAP, that is called the activity. Suppose you will define the company, you will define the company code, you will define the employee group, subgroup, you will create holiday calendar, fine. These are called as activity, fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, to again, activity we do not pronounce it, we call it as IMG activity. IMG in the sense implementation guide. Fine. So we call these as implementation guide activities. Why implementation guide activities? Because whatever you are processing in this SAP, a company will be implementing that. Company will be using that. Fine. So we call it as implementation guide activities. Fine. And whatever activities you will perform for everything, your window is different. Suppose where you are defining the company, the same window we cannot define the location. For that we have a different window, different steps. Fine. Different window we have for departments. So everything is separated from each other. Now, how you will be reaching out to this window to define? So you will be having some specific command or transaction code. Fine. That you have to use in the command bar, press enter. It will take you to the window where you will be defining that. Fine. So to
Yes, ma'am.
define company, we have separate, define location, we have separate, everything is separated. Fine. So these comments, what you are going to use to reach out to that particular window are called as transaction codes or comments. Fine. In short, we
Yes,
call it as T code. Now, module-wise T codes also available. Like if you consider, this is one of the transaction code we have, which we are going to use for 90% times. Fine.
yes,
SPRO.
ma'am.
Fine. As this
Yes, ma'am.
is The only important transaction code we have, apart from this also few we have, but this is the most important one. So the full form is important for the interview. Right? Whatever the other transaction code we have, for that we don't have any full form, but SPRO is having the full form. Fine. So I have mentioned here, this is SAP Project Reference Object. This is the full form of SPRO. So this is an important interview question, that what is the full form of SPRO? Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Now this transaction code we are going to use for almost all the module, like your personal administration, personal development PD, payroll, time. Fine. Only for organization management we don't have this. We have different transaction code.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is about your configuration. Fine. As of now, as such, we don't have any theory. This is what we have. Now, configuration wise, what I'm going to start, that I'll just explain once. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
See, takes it the very first activity. Fine. What you are going, that is your transport request. Fine. I'll just write
Yes, ma'am.
here. Fine. Transport request. Okay. So what is transport request? So transport request, see, if you consider the SAP, basically we have two requests. Fine. One is your work bench request, and another is transport request. Fine. These two
Yes,
type
ma'am.
of we have. Transport request is also known as customizing request. Fine. Now the main purpose is workbench request we have for the technical module, and transport request or customizing request we have for the functional modules. Fine.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
workbench request will be used by the technical consultant, and functional consultant will be using this transport or customizing. Now, what is this? Suppose if you consider any folder, if you consider any folder in your desktop or system, suppose for any particular topic, you will be creating one folder, and you will be keeping documents or files regarding the same particular.
Ma'am, your voice is not coming, ma'am.
Now, fine.
No, ma'am.
Okay, I am able to hear.
Yes, ma'am. Now, ma'am. Now.
Okay, fine, fine.
Yes, ma'am.
So, suppose in your system you will be having the particular folder for particular topic. Fine. So in
Yes, ma'am.
that folder, you will be keeping all the files together regarding the same topic. Fine. So transport request or workbench request is same as that. The functionality is same. Suppose for one particular company, whatever the activity you are going to do, fine, that should be in one folder or in one place. So that is your transport request, where your all the activities will be stored. Fine. Whatever you will
Okay.
be doing in SAP. So this transport request, yes, we have to generate one. So SAP will give some, no, we have to give a name to it. So accordingly, SAP will give one ID. Fine. Now, when you will start processing the data, suppose you will defining the company name. You are defining the company name. So you, after defining, you will try to save that. Once you will click on save, SAP itself will ask you where you have to store the data. Fine. So you have
Yes.
to select your transport request. In that you can save. Fine. So mostly live for one company we have one transport request so that all the activities should be placed in one place. Fine. So this is the transport request we have. Fine. Now for this transport request, your transaction code will be different. Like two transaction code we have. One is AC09, another is AC10. Fine. Previously, these two transaction code we used to use for different purpose. Suppose AC10 we were using to create any queue transport request, and AC09 we were using to view that what we have created. Right. Now the functionality is same in the sense AC09 and AC10 we are using for the same purpose. So any of it you can use for creating transport request. Any of it you can use for view the transport request. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the transaction code we have for transport request. Okay. Now this
Yes.
is the activity we do. After that, directly we go to the personal administration module, and then we start from the define company, then company code, the whatever the activities we have to do. Fine. So
Yes.
always remember transport request is for the functional and workbench request for the technical. Fine. The same I have mentioned here. For transport request, earlier we had different purpose like AC10 and AC09. Now both the purposes are same.
Yes.
Fine. So theory wise, we don't have anything as of now. Once we'll start configuration after certain things, again we'll have the theory. Fine. So
Yes.
not as of now. Fine. So configuration, I'm not starting today. I'll be sharing the notes for the same uh, class. I'll be directly starting from your configuration. Fine. So server access you can share with me. You can WhatsApp me or you can type in Skype also. Fine, I'll just add it. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Server access have received right?
Yes, ma'am. Server access.
That login credential application have you installed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine, fine. So that credential I need. Fine. So you can share me either in WhatsApp or in this Skype group. Fine. Accordingly, I'll add. Then next class I'll start with your configuration. Fine.
Ma'am, actually, I'm start and all the configuration also done.
Which one?
Ma'am, Anuj sir give me ECC and S4 HANA functional.
Hmm. Hmm.
Instances is 06 and 26.
Yes, you can share me the screenshot. Fine, I'll just uh, add the credential.
Okay, ma'am.
Fine. So I will add it, and next class we can start with the practical.
Okay. Ma'am, in WhatsApp group?
Yes, yes, there also you can share anywhere where you feel fine.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, yes, I have got it. Uh, 1 second. This is your okay. Which one you are going to use? S for HANA, right?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I'm Now it means simply using ECC, ma'am. As for HANA, currently I'm not using.
Okay.
Yes,
ECC
ma'am.
we were previously using. Fine.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
we are using S4 HANA, so I'm adding the same. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Configuration for
Functionalities are
HCM.
same, na, ma'am?
Yes, yes, yes. For HCM,
Yes,
we
ma'am.
don't have any change. Like whatever we had in ECC, the
Yes,
same
ma'am.
configuration we have in S4 HANA. Fine. But
Yes, ma'am.
ECC is going to be stopped this year. So S4 HANA, I will show you the configuration. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Let me add it. And did you speak to the institute for placement?
Yes, ma'am. Which institute?
This one.
Ma'am,
Uh,
ma'am, actually this time only for training. After that, actually I want to become a trainer, ma'am. Want to in future.
okay, okay. Fine, fine,
Yes,
fine.
ma'am.
Starting job, if you want to try, then this institute is having one placement group. Fine.
Yes,
So,
ma'am. Sir told me that there is a chance if you are good perform in your course or in your internship, then there is a chance of placement in DG Vibrant.
right, right.
Yes, ma'am.
So, they have a group for that. Fine. So, once you are in the payroll module, then you can uh, inform them so that they can add you in that group. Fine.
Okay, ma'am.
Not as a that's what-
Okay.
fine. I'll share the notes for this. Next class, I'll be starting with your practical and
Okay.
regarding the next class. Fine. See, uh,
Yes.
is fifth, right? These five, six, and seven, I have to be in the client place. Fine. So I'm not sure whether I'll be able to take the class or not because I'll be reaching home very late, like the audit submission we have. Fine.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
not sure. Fine.
Ma'am,
Maybe
whenever you have time, you just message me. I will available, ma'am.
sure, sure, sure. Like
Yes, ma'am.
tomorrow morning, I'll confirm you. Fine, whether I'll be able to take or not. If not, then directly on Monday we'll connect at 9. Fine. From Monday it will be 9.
Okay,
Fine.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Directly.
I will. Yes, ma'am. In these
But
days, I
still,
am practice, ma'am.
sure, sure, sir, sure.
Yes, ma'am.
If you get anything, let me know. Fine. Any question you have, just let me know. Fine. Accordingly,
Yes, ma'am.
I can help you, but I'm not sure whether I'll be able to take. Let me see tomorrow how it is. Fine. Then tomorrow by evening, I'll confirm you. Fine. Whether I'll be able to take or I'll be directly connecting on Monday. Fine.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No issue, ma'am.
Fine. All
Thank.
right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'll share the notes. You can go through for this. Info
Yes,
type
ma'am.
this I have, fine. That is for all the module. So in that you can mark as of now this one, the personal administration part. Fine. So the
Okay.
entire list I have, I'll share with you. As of now, you can mark this personal administration.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. All right. I'll share the notes here only, fine, in the Skype group.